Lysistrata appears. Lysistrata. Stop this banging. I'm coming of my own accord. Why bars? It is not bars we need, but common sense. Magistrate. Indeed, you slut. Where is the archer now? Arrest this woman. Tie her hands behind. Lysistrata. If he brushes me with a finger, by Artemis, the public menial, he'll be sorry for it. Magistrate. Are you afraid? Grab her about the middle. Two of you then, lay hands on her and end it. Calonisi. By Padrosus, if your hand touches her, I'll spread you out and trample on your guts. Magistrate. My guts. Where is the other archer gone? Bind that minx there who talks so prettily. Myrene. By Phosphor, if your hand moves out her way, you'd better have a surgeon somewhere handy. Magistrate. You too? Where is that archer? Take that woman. I'll put a stop to these surprise parties. Stratilis. By the Tauric Artemis, 1 inch nearer my fingers, and it's a bold man that'll be yelling. Magistrate. Tut, tut, what's here? Deserted by my archers? But surely women never can defeat us. Close up your ranks, my Scythians. Forward at them. Lysistrata. By the goddesses, you'll find that here await you 4 companies of most pugnacious women, armed cap a pie from the topmost luring curl to the lowest angry dimple. Magistrate. Oh, Scythians, bind them! Lysistrata. On, gallant allies of our high design, vendors of grain, eggs, pulse and vegetables, ye garlic tavern keepers of bakeries, strike, batter, knock, hit, slap and scratch our foes, be finely imprudent, say what you think of them. Enough. Retire and do not rob the dead. Magistrate. How basely did my archer force come off? Lysistrata. Aha! You thought it was a herd of slaves you had to tackle, and you didn't guess the thirst for glory ardent in our blood. Magistrate. By Apollo, I know well the thirst that heats you, especially when a wineskin's close. Men. You waste your breath, dear magistrate, I fear, in answering back. What's the good of argument with such a rampageous pack? Remember how they washed us down, these very clothes I wore, with water that looked nasty and that smelt so even more. Women. What else to do, since you advanced too dangerously nigh? If you should do the same again, I'll punch you in the eye. Though I must stay at home and most a quiet life enjoy, polite to all and every, for I'm naturally coy, still if you wake a wasp's nest, then of wasps you must beware. Men. How may this ferocity be tamed? It grows too great to bear. Let us question them and find if they'll perchance declare the reason why they strangely dare to seize on Cranel's citadel, this eyrie inaccessible, this shrine above the precipice of the Acropolis. Probe them and find what they mean with this idle talk. Listen, but watch they don't try to deceive. You'd be neglecting your duty most certainly if now this mystery unplumbed you leave. Magistrate. Women there, tell what I ask you directly. Come without rambling. I wish you to state what's your rebellious intention in barring up thus on our noses our own temple gate. Lysistrata. To take first the treasury out of your management, and so stop the war through the absence of gold. Magistrate. Is gold then the cause of the war? Lysistrata. Yes, gold caused it, and miseries more, too many to be told. 'Twas for money, and money alone, that Pysander, with all of the army of mob agitators, raise up revolutions. But as for the future, it won't be worthwhile to set up to be traitors. Not an obol they'll get as their loot, not an obol, while we have the treasure chest in our command. Magistrate. What then is that you propose? Lysistrata. Just this, merely to take the exchequer henceforth in hand. Magistrate. The exchequer? Lysistrata. Yes, why not? Of our capabilities you have had various clear evidences. Firstly, remember we have always administered soundly the budget of all home expenses. Magistrate. But this matter's different. Lysistrata. How is it different? Magistrate. Why, it deals chiefly with wartime supplies. Lysistrata. But we abolish war straight by our policy. Magistrate. What will you do if emergencies arise? Lysistrata. Face them our own way. Magistrate. What you will? Lysistrata. Yes, we will. Magistrate. There's no help for it. We're all destroyed. Lysistrata. No, willy-nilly you must be safeguarded. Magistrate. What madness is this? Lysistrata. Why, it seems you're annoyed. It must be done, that's all. Magistrate. Such awful oppression never, oh never in the past yet I bore. Lysistrata. You must be saved, sir. That's all there is to it. Magistrate. If we don't want to be saved? Lysistrata. All the more. Magistrate. Why do you women come prying and meddling in matters of state, touching wartime and peace? Lysistrata. That I will tell you. Magistrate. Oh, tell me, or quickly I'll... Lysistrata. Hearken a while, and from threatening seas. Magistrate. I cannot. It's growing too insolent. Women. Come on, you far more than we have to dread. Magistrate. Stop from your croaking, old carrion crow there. Continue. Lysistrata. Be calm then, and I'll go ahead. All the long years when the hopeless war dragged along, we, unassuming, forgotten in quiet, endured without question, endured in our loneliness all your incessant child's antics and riot. Our lips we kept tied, though aching with silence, though well all the while in our silence we knew how wretchedly everything still was progressing by listening dumbly the day long to you. For always at home you continued discussing the war and its politics loudly, and we sometimes would ask you, our hearts deep with sorrowing, though we spoke lightly, though happy to see, what's to be inscribed on the side of the treatise stone? What, dear, was said in the assembly today? Mind your own business, he'd answer me growlingly. Hold your tongue, woman, or else go away. And so I would hold it. Women. I'd not be silent for any man living on earth. No, not I. Magistrate. Not for a staff. Lysistrata. Well, so I did nothing but sit in the house, feeling dreary and sigh, while ever arrived some fresh tale of decisions more foolish by far and presaging disaster. Then I would say to him, "Oh, my dear husband, why still do they rush on destruction the faster?" At which he would look at me sideways, exclaiming, "Keep for your web and your shuttle your care. Or for some hours hence your cheeks will be sore and hot. Leave this alone. War is man's sole affair." Magistrate. By Zeus, but a man of fine sense, he. Lysistrata. How sensible? You dotard, because he at no time had lent his intractable ears to absorb from our counsel one temperate word of advice, kindly meant. But when at the last in the streets we heard shouted, everywhere ringing the ominous cry, "Is there no one to help us, no saviour in Athens?" And "No, there is no one," come back in reply. At once a convention of all wives through Hellas here for a serious purpose was held, to determine how husbands might yet back to wisdom despite their reluctance in time be compelled. Why then delay any longer? It's settled. For the future you'll take up our old occupation. Now in turn you're to hold tongue as we did, and listen while we show the way to recover the nation. Magistrate. You talk to us? Why, you are mad. I'll not stand it. Lysistrata. Cease babbling, you fool. Till I end, hold your tongue. Magistrate. If I should take orders from one who wears veils, may my neck straightway be deservedly wrung. Lysistrata. Oh, if that keeps pestering you, I've a veil here for your hair. I'll lift you out in everything, as is only fair. Calonese. Here's a spindle that will do. Myrene. I'll add a wool basket too. Lysistrata. Girdled now sit humbly at home, munching beans, while you card wool and comb. For war from now on is the women's affair. Women. Come then, down pitchers all, and on, courageous of heart, in our comradely venture, each taking her due part. I could dance, 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 and be fresher after. I could dance away numberless suns, to no weariness let my knees bend. Earth I could brave with laughter, having such wonderful girls here to friend. Oh, the daring, the gracious, the beautiful ones! Their courage, unswerving and witty, will rescue our city. Oh, sprung from the seed of most valiant-wombed grandmothers, scions of savage and dangerous nettles, prepare for the battle, all! Gird up your angers! Our way the wind of sweet victory settles. Lysistrata. O tender Eros and Lady of Cyprus, some flush of beauty, I pray you, devise to flash on our bosoms, and O Aphrodite, rosily gleam on our valorous thighs. Joy will raise up its head through the legions warring, and all of the far serried ranks of mad love bristle the earth to the pillared horizon, pointing in vain to the heavens above. I think that perhaps then they'll give us our title, Peacemakers. Magistrate. What do you mean? Please explain. Lysistrata. First, we'll not see you now flourishing arms about into the marketing place clang again. Women. No, by the Paphian. Lysistrata. Still I can conjure them as past were the herbs stand or crockery sold, like Corybants jiggling, poor suits, fully armoured. They noisily round on their promenade strolled. Magistrate. And rightly, that's discipline. They, Lysistrata. But what's sillier than to go on an errand of buying a fish, carrying along an immense gorgon buckler instead of the usual platter or dish? A firelark I lately saw, mounted on horseback, dressed for the part, with long ringlets and all. Stow in his helmet the omelette bought steaming from an old woman who kept a food stall. Nearby a soldier, a Thracian, was shaking wildly his spear like Tereus in the play, to frighten a fig girl, while unseen the ruffian filched from her fruit trays the ripest away. Magistrate. How, may I ask, will your rule re-establish order and justice in lands so tormented? Lysistrata. Nothing is easier. Magistrate. Out with it speedily. What is this plan that you boast you've invented? Lysistrata. If, when yarn we are winding, it chances to tangle, then, as perchance you may know, through the skein, this way and that, still the spool we keep passing, till it is finally clear all again. So, to untangle the war and its errors, ambassadors out on all sides we will send, this way and that, here, there, and round about. Soon you will find that the war has an end. Magistrate. So with these trivial tricks of the household, domestic analogies of threads, skeins and spools, you think that you'll solve such a bitter complexity, unwind such political problems, you fools! Lysistrata. Well, first as we wash dirty wool, so's to cleanse it, so with a pitiless zeal we will scrub through the whole city for all greasy fellows. Birds too, the parasites, off we will rub. That verminous plague of insensate place-seekers soon between thumb and forefinger will crack. All who inside Athens' walls have their dwelling into one great common basket will pack. Disenfranchised or citizens, allies or aliens, pell-mell the lot of them in we will squeeze, till they discover humanity's meaning. As for disjointed and far colonies, them you must never from this time imagine as scattered about, just like lost hanks of wool. Each portion will take, and wend into this centre, inward to Athens each loyalty pull, till from the vast heap where all's piled together at last can be woven a strong cloak of state. Magistrate. How terrible is it to stand here, and watch them carding and winding at will with our fate, witless in war as they are. Lysistrata. What of us then, who ever in vain for our children must weep, born but to perish afar and in vain? Magistrate. Not that, or let that one memory sleep. Lysistrata. Then while we should be companions still merrily, happy as brides may, the livelong night, kissing youth by, we are forced to lie single. But leave for a moment our pitiful plight. It hurts even more to behold the poor maidens helpless, wrinkling in staler virginity. Magistrate. Does not a man age? Lysistrata. Not in the same way. Not as a woman grows withered, grows he. He, when returned from the war, though grey-headed, yet if he wishes, can choose out a wife. But she has no solace, save peering for romance, wretched and lonely the rest of her life. Magistrate. But the old man will often select. Lysistrata. Oh, why not finish and die? A beer is easy to buy, a honey cake I'll need you with joy, this garland will see you are decked. Calanice. I've a wreath for you too. Myrene. I also will fillet you. Lysistrata. What more is lacking? Step aboard the boat. See, Charon shouts ahoy. You're keeping him, he wants to shove afloat. Magistrate. Outrageous insults! Thus my place to flout? Now to my fellow magistrates I'll go, and what you've perpetrated on me show. Lysistrata. Why are you blaming us for laying you out? Assure yourself will not forget to make the third day offering early for your sake. Magistrate retires. Lysistrata returns within. Old men. All men who call your loins your own, awake at last, arise, and strip to stand in readiness. For as it seems to me, some more perilous offensive in their heads they now devise. I'm sure a tyranny, like that of Hippias, in this I detect. They mean to put us under themselves, I suspect, and that Laconians assembling at Cleisthenes' house have played a trick of war and provoked them madly to raid the treasury, in which term I include the pay for my food. Or is it not preposterous they should talk this way to us on a subject such as battle? And women as they are, about bronze bucklers dare prattle, make alliance with the Spartans, people I for one, like very hungry wolves, would always most sincere shun. Some dirty game is up their sleeve, I believe. A tyranny, no doubt, but they won't catch me, that no. Henceforth on my guard I'll go, a sword with myrtle branches wreathed for ever in my hand, and under arms in the public place I'll take my watchful stand, shoulder to shoulder with Aristogiton. Now my staff I'll draw, and start at once by knocking that shocking hag upon the jaw. Women. Your own mother will not know you when you get back to the town. But first, my friends and allies, let us lay these garments down, and all ye fellow citizens, hark to me while I tell what will aid Athens well. Just as is right, for I have been a sharer in all the lavish splendour of the proud city. I bore the holy vessels at 7, then I pounded barley at the age of 10, and clad in yellow robes. Soon after this, I was little bear to Broronian Artemis. Then, neckleted with figs, grown tall and pretty, I was a basket-bearer, and so it's obvious I should give you advice that I think good, the very best I can. It should not prejudice my voice that I'm not born a man, if I say something advantageous to the present situation. For I'm taxed too, and as a toll provide men for the nation, while miserable greybeards, you, it is true, contribute nothing of any importance whatever to our needs. But the treasure raised against the Medes you've squandered, and do nothing in return, save that you make our lives and persons hazardous by some imbecile mistakes. What can you answer? Now be careful, don't arouse my spite, or with my slipper I'll take you napping, faces slapping left and right. Men. What villainies they contrive! Come, let vengeance fall, you that below the waist are still alive. Off with your tunics at my call, naked all! For a man must strip to battle like a man. No quacking, brave steps taking, careless what's ahead, white-shoed in the nude, onward bold. All ye who garrisoned Laipsidron of old. Let each one wag as youthfully as he can, and if he has the cause at heart, rise at least a span. We must take a stand and keep to it, for if we yield the smallest bit to their importunity, then nowhere from their inroads will be left to us immunity. But they'll be building ships, and soon their navies will attack us, as Artemis did, and seek to fight us and to sack us. And if they mount, the nights they'll rob off a job, for everyone knows how talented they all are in the saddle, having long practised how to straddle. No matter how they jogged there up and down, they're never thrown. Then think of Miriam's painting, and each horse-backed Amazon in combat, hand to hand with men. Come on these women, fall, and in pierced wood collars let's stick quick the necks of one and all. Women. Don't cross me, or I'll loose the beast that's kennelled here. And soon you'll be howling for a truce, howling out with fear. But my dear, strip also that women may battle unhindered. But you'll be too sore to eat garlic more, or one black bean. I really mean, so great's my spleen, to kick you black and blue with these my dangerous legs. I'll hatch the lot of you, if my raid you dash on, the way the relentless beetle hatch the eagle's eggs. Scornfully aside, I set every silly old man threat, while Lampetos with me. Or dear Ismenia, the noble Theban girl. Then let decree be hotly piled upon decree. In vain will be your labours, you futile rogue, abominated by your suffering neighbour. To Hecate's feast I yesterday went. Off I sent to our neighbours in Boeotia, asking as a gift to me for them to pack immediately that darling dainty thing. A good fat eel I meant, of course. But they refused because some idiotic old decrees in force. Oh, this strange passion for decrees nothing on earth can check, till someone puts a foot out tripping you, and slipping you break your neck. Lysistrata enters in dismay. Women. Dear mistress of our martial enterprise, why do you come with sorrow in your eyes? Lysistrata. Oh, 'tis our naughty femininity, so weak in one spot, that hath saddened me. Women. What's this? Please speak. Lysistrata. Poor women. Oh, so weak. Women. What can it be? Surely your friends may know. Lysistrata. Yea, I must speak it, though it hurt me so. Women. Speak. Can we help? Don't stand there mute in need. Lysistrata. I'll blurt it out then. Our women's armies mutinied. Women. Oh, Zeus! Lysistrata. What use is Zeus to our anatomy? Here is the gaping calamity I meant. I cannot shut their ravenous appetites a moment more now. They are all deserting. The first I caught was sidling through the postern close by the cave of Pan. The next, hoisting herself with rope and pulley down. A third on the point of slipping past, while a fourth, malcontent, seated for instant flight to visit Orsilochus on bird-back, are dragged off by the hair in time. They are all snatching excuses to sneak home. Look, there goes one. Hey, what's the hurry? First woman. I must get home. I've some Milesian wool packed wasting away, and moths are pushing through it. Lysistrata. Fine moths indeed, I know. Get back within. First woman. By the goddesses, I'll return instantly. I only want to stretch it on my bed. Lysistrata. You shall stretch nothing and go nowhere either. First woman. Must I never use my wool then? Lysistrata. If needs be. Second woman. How unfortunate I am, oh my poor flax. It's left at home unstripped. Lysistrata. So here's another that wishes to go home and strip her flax. Inside again. Second woman. No, by the goddess of light, I'll be back as soon as I have flayed it properly. Lysistrata. You'll not flay anything. For if you begin, there'll not be one here but has a patch to be flayed. Third woman. O holy Elithea, stay this birth till I have left the precincts of the palace. Lysistrata. What nonsense is this? Third woman. I'll drop it any minute. Lysistrata. Yesterday you weren't with child. Third woman. But I am today. Oh, let me find a midwife, Lysistrata. Oh, quickly. Lysistrata. Now what story is this you tell? What is this hard lump here? Third woman. It's a male child. Lysistrata. By Aphrodite, it isn't. Your belly's hollow, and it has the feel of metal. Well, I soon can see. You hussy, it's Athena's sacred helm, and you said you were with child. Third woman. And so I am. Lysistrata. Then why the helm? Third woman. So if the throes should take me, still in these grounds I could use it like a dove as a laying nest in which to drop the child. Lysistrata. More pretexts. You can't hide your clear intent, and anyway, why not wait till the 10th day meditating a brazen name for your brass brat? Woman. And I can't sleep a wink. My nerve is gone since I saw that snake sentinel of the shrine. Woman. And all those dreadful owls with their weird hooting. Though I'm weirded out, I can't close an eye. Lysistrata. You wicked women, cease from juggling lies. You want your men. But what of them as well? They toss us sleepless in the lonely night, I'm sure of it. Hold out a while, hold out, but persevere a teeny-weeny longer. An oracle has promised victory if we don't wrangle. Would you hear the words? Women. Yes, yes, what is it? Lysistrata. Silence then, you chatterboxes. Here. Whenas the swallows flocking in one place from the hoopoes deny themselves love's gambols any more, all woos shall then have ending, and great Zeus the Thunderer shall put above what was below before. Women. Will the men then always be kept under us? Lysistrata. But if the swallows squabble among themselves and fly away out of the temple, refusing to agree, then the most wanton birds in all the world, they shall be named forever. That's his decree. Woman. It's obvious what it means. Lysistrata. Now by all the gods, we must let no agony deter from duty. Back to your quarters, for we are base indeed, my friends, if we betray the oracle. She goes out. Old men. I'd like to remind you of a fable they used to employ when I was a little boy. How once through fear of the marriage bed, a young man, Melanian by name, to the wilderness ran, and there on the hills he dwelt. For hares he wove a net, which with his dog he set. Most likely he's there yet. For he never came back home, so great was the fear he felt. I loathe the sex as much as he, and therefore I no less shall be as chaste as was Melanian. Man. Branham, do you much mind men? Woman. Onions you won't need to cry. Man. From my foot you shan't escape. Woman. What thick forests I espy. Men. So much Myronides' fierce beard and thundering black back were feared. The foe fled when they were shown. Brave he is Phormion. Women. Well, I'll relate a rival fable just to show to you a different point of view. There was a rough-hewn fellow, Timon, with a face that glowered as through a thorn bush in a wild, bleak place. He too decided on flight, this very Fury's son, all the world's ways to shun and hide from everyone, spitting out curses on all knavish men to left and right. For though he reared this hate for men, he loved the women even then, and never thought them enemies. Woman. Oh, your jaw I'd like to break. Man. That I fear, do you suppose? Woman. Learn what kicks my legs can make. Man. Raise them up and you'll expose. Woman. Nay, you'll see there I engage. All is well kept despite my age, and tended smooth enough to slip from any adversary's grip. Lysistrata appears. Lysistrata. Hollo there! Hasten hither to me, skip fast along. Woman. What is this? Why the noise? Lysistrata. A man! A man! A spy, I frenzied man! He carries love upon him like a staff. O Lady of Cyprus and Kythera and Paphos, I beseech you, keep our minds and hands to the oath. Woman. Where is he, whoever he is? Lysistrata. By the temple of Chloe. Woman. Yes, now I see him. But who can he be? Lysistrata. Look at him. Does anyone recognize his face? Myrene. I do. He is my husband, Synesius. Lysistrata. You know how to work. Play with him, lead him on, seduce him to the cozening point, kiss him, then slip your mouth aside just as he's sure of it, and girdle every caress his mouth feels at, save that the oath upon the bowl has locked. Myrene. You can rely on me. Lysistrata. I'll stay here to help, in working up his ardour to its height of vain magnificence. The rest, to their quarters. Enter Synesius. Who is this that stands within